New Seagate, typically a dazzling jewel under the relentless Adriatic sun, now hummed with a discordant note. The scent of salt and ambition, usually invigorating, carried a faint, unsettling tang of decay. Preparations for the Luminaria Maris, meant to celebrate summer's bounty in new trade routes, felt less like joyous anticipation and more like a desperate warding ritual. It was Lysandra, the meticulous proprietor of the Azure Quill, whose nervous guildmaster had first reached out. Lysandra, whose small shop off the Avenue of the Golden Compass was an island of quiet diligence amidst the city's anxieties, had summoned a peculiar group. Dalton Fellwinter, the gruff mercenary, his gaze sweeping over the polished streets with a veteran's suspicion. Mara Goldpocket, the quick-witted hobbit rogue, already assessing the potential for profit or peril in the nervous whispers. Wilfred Loamfoot, the patient hobbit craftsman, ran a thoughtful finger over a dusty ledger, his mind perhaps already piecing together the invisible mechanisms of this troubling omen. And with them, Anya Meadowsweet and Sarah Meadowlake, the gentle townsfolk, their quiet strength a subtle counterpoint to the city's mounting unease, tasked with gathering local sentiments and remedies. The low tide, exposing the old stone jetty and scattering scores of milky-eyed, silvered fish, was an affront to the season's usual vibrancy, a cold, deep-sea whisper in summer's heart. Lysandra knew this was no mere blip. The sea, she mused, was calling in a debt long overdue. Their quest for Professor Eldrin led them deep into New Seagate's grittier heart. The summer sun, a benevolent force usually, now beat down with an oppressive weight. Each dawn painted the eastern sky in hues of rose, a beautiful spectacle that felt less joyful, more a harbinger of another day's search. They moved through sun-baked alleys. Wilfred noted worn tools and sluggish clockwork mechanisms, the city's pulse faltering. Dalton, ever alert, navigated the labyrinthine streets, his eyes scanning for shadows, ears attuned to hushed dockworker whispers. Mara, with her rogue's knack, gathered snippets from vendors about the disgraced professor. Anya and Sarah, using charm and herbal knowledge, exchanged remedies for information. Evenings brought a slight reprieve from the heat, dusk settling with long purple shadows. Respite came in modest inns, sharing simple meals of fresh bread, summer cheeses, and harvested melons. Wilfred, a vintner, appreciated the robust Karzalan wine. Often, a small, concealed campfire offered temporary warmth against the city's growing unease, its smoke mingling with the distant brine. Sleep came fitfully, haunted by the tide's whispers. Professor Eldrin, found in a damp tenement, his mind sharper than his gaunt frame, listened intently. His eyes, holding the deep's melancholic wisdom, recognized the silverfish as Argentis mortis, death's silver, from abyssal trenches. These depths, he posited, housed sentient life, vast and indifferent, capable of influencing tides. Their sudden appearance was a profound expulsion, a rejection by the deep, hinting at severe disruption.
The sea does not simply withdraw its favor, it is forced to relinquish something it guards.
He revealed a legend from his research, an ancient ritual whispered among early Karzalan warlords to bind a minor sea spirit, the Tidebinder, for bounty. This rite demanded an artifact of immense power and precise tide manipulation. The Duke's Luminaria Maris, with its grand clockwork whale, seemed a perverse echo. Could Valerius be binding a more powerful, less controllable entity? The Argentis Mortis were not an omen, Eldrin concluded, but a dire warning. The deep itself spitting out a consequence of hubris, a violation. This sent a chill through the summer air, a premonition of ancient stirrings. Eldrin's theories sharpened Mara's informant network. Whispers soon pointed to a peculiar shipment for Chancellor Viridian. Under a moonless summer night, fragrant of late-harvested grapes, Mara, with Dalton's guard, infiltrated a storage annex near the Grand Exchange. Inside, they found a hastily concealed, barnacle-encrusted chest, identical to the one lost from the old stone jetty. Wilfred inspected its pre-Dutchy lock, which Mara deftly bypassed. Within, on velvet, lay a pulsating obsidian gem ringed by fossilized serpent scales. Eldrin later confirmed it was the Serpent's Eye, a fabled deep-sea artifact capable of focusing vast aquatic energies, far more potent than any tidebinder. Its removal had caused the tidal disruption, a provocation. As dawn broke, painting the city in soft golds, they moved. Confronting Viridian, he confessed Valerius sought to bind the Leviathan's whisper, the Azure Channel's true embodiment for unparalleled prosperity. The clockwork whale, Viridian admitted, was a ritualistic conduit powered by the artifact. This was no festival, but a dangerous, dangerous gamble. Armed with Viridian's confession and the Serpent's Eye, the group faced a stark choice: intervene or let chaos reign. The Luminaria Maris was set for sunset, the clockwork whale nearing its unveiling. The city, bathed in late summer's golden light, pulsed with nervous energy. Wilfred, seeing flaws, devised a counter-mechanism. Dalton prepared for confrontation. Mara, with Anya and Sarah, discreetly spread word among guildmasters about the Duke's perilous plan. As dusk painted the western sky in fiery oranges, Valerius began his speech. Just as the ritual began, their combined efforts bore fruit. Wilfred's sabotage, Mara's delays, and Dalton's intervention prevented the Serpent's Eye's full activation. The ritual faltered, sending a jarring shockwave. While the Leviathan's whisper wasn't fully bound, the backlash was severe. A sudden, violent tide surge crashed against the docks, receding mercifully, taking parts of the old stone jetty and the Duke's illusions. Valerius and Viridian were discredited and arrested. The festival became a somber commemoration. The silverfish left lasting unease. New Seagate would recover, but with a new, humbling respect. The companions watched stars emerge over a city scarred and saved, a subtle chill in the summer night promising wiser days.